Hey everyone, Toby from Virgo Sewing. A few changes since the last time we've been here. I've cut my hair and I've been enjoying that, but I've got this machine here, this 1919 Singer 31K20 or 31-20, and it's a really nice, lovely straight stitch machine, and there's a few things that I wanted to tell you about it. I put in a new tension assembly just because I had one laying around, and I polished up a lot of the parts, the hook, the bobbin case, everything, and it's been giving me really lovely stitches. The thing is that it came set up with medium feed dog and needle plate, which is really just a step above your regular garment sewing feed dogs, and I'm a garment sewer, so I went to my supplier and got some replacement parts. So here are the replacement needle plate and feed dog. I'm going to throw them on the machine and show you what I'm dealing with. While we've got just the new feed dogs on here, I'd like to examine how it moves in relation to these parts, because I had an issue before with the medium feed dogs hitting this little back part. So I'm going to put the stitch length down to full, and you can even see, oh no, it just doesn't touch that. So I think on this regard, we're in the right spot. Now I'm gonna put on the needle plate and just show you the issue that I'm having. So we've got it in there, everything looks pretty good, and I've already tested to make sure that the needle hole is in the right spot. It is. And so the problem I'm having is that this little dog in the middle, closest to me, hits this part of the needle plate before, and you can see it lifts up the needle plate on its way back up, and we really don't want that. And I'm just gonna see what happens when we shorten the stitch length, and it does the same thing. And the obvious solution would be to see if we could shift the whole movement of this back before doing anything else, but like I showed you before, at the longest stitch length, the back corner of this just barely misses this spot here, so I don't want to move the whole thing back anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind or carve off this little front dog here in the middle so that we can get the full rotation without hitting anything. So I just went outside with my very fine Dremel grinding stone, and I basically just went in like this and shaved down the front part of this dog here. And I've got an identical feed dog, which I haven't modified. So you can see on that medium front dog, there's that extra little bit of metal. What I've done is I've grinded away that front little bit, and we're gonna see if that will fix our problem. You see, we're still getting just a bit of lift there. We really don't want that to be lifting at all. And just for fun, we'll go to about half of the stitch length. Yeah, and you see that. So I'm gonna go back out with the Dremel and come back, and hopefully it'll be right. We are back after the third try, and I ended up just carving out a little bit of that needle plate where the feed dog is hitting it. You could probably tell the difference on these two. Anyways, this is the time that it's gonna work, I think. And we got it right. If it didn't work, you would actually be able to feel the feed dogs hitting the needle plate each and every time. It'd be like a tick, 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 tick vibration. but I'm feeling none of that and it's sounding good. So I'm just gonna lower the feed dog height and then we will be good to go. All right, let's thread her up. A thing about these machines is that because they're oscillating hooks and not rotary hooks, these ones are only rated for about 2,000 stitches per minute. That's more than I need. I usually only set my motor to around 1,500, and I rarely ever max out on speed. But if you're in a clothing factory, a modern clothing factory, and you are working at those really high speeds, you might not want to go with this because it's a oscillating hook. But if you're in the factory business, you probably already know that.